God.
In obedience to God, to my pastor, to all that are here today. I thought about what Sister Jasmine said a few weeks ago about remembering the car accident that she was in. So this year will be the 13th year since I was in the car accident where I went asleep at the wheel. And I kept thinking all the time about how merciful God is. So much to say that I can thank him for having another birthday. If he hadn't been merciful to me then, I wouldn't be here celebrating this birthday today. So it was a great day because I heard from friends and families, across the country. It was a blessed day. But many people, said thank you, and I said, I can't believe, Lord, you let me get to be this old. And so they laughed about that and said, you're not old. And I said, no, I feel 35, but I'm just thankful that God let me get to be this age. And the blessings he bestowed upon us, it's just like the Sunday school lesson. It pays to go back in your life and think about what God has done for you. So I'm grateful to God. I'm blessed, thankful for the church. I pray for you daily. Please continue to pray for me.
Amen. Brother Zachary.
Obedience to God, we're going to be back in God's church, and so in here, I actually want to thank God for allowing me to see it on a Friday. I want to thank God for His mercy, His grace, His protection, as I go through the bombard. I just want to thank God for having a right mind, being able to express myself, and being able to, have bacteria in my will. I want to thank God for this all. You personally are perfect.
Amen. Sister Jasmine.
In obedience to God, giving our pastor double honor to officers and everyone here, I thank God for a blessed week. I thank him for his grace and his mercy. I thank him for his protection on this week and for just being with me. I had a blessed week at work, blessed week just in general, period. And I thank God for blessing me at home. When I first moved into my apartment, I was talking to one of the neighbors, and he said that, he was complaining about how every time he needed something fixed, property management was taking forever to come out and fix it. And he had a door that he needed to be replaced or something. He said he had been waiting for a month. And so I got a little nervous when he first told me. I said, oh man, I hope I don't have to deal with that. But I prayed about it and I said, God, whatever I need fixed, I know you're going to supply it for me, or whatever I need, I know you're going to handle it for me. And sure enough, every time I requested for something either to be fixed or looked at or whatever the case was, they came out right away. I didn't have any delays, we can't come out till next month or anything. Like, they would come out the following week. And so I had someone come out today to replace my thermostat to my heater and do some other things. And I said, God, thank you so much for just looking out for me. And I can just tell that, God is really with me, and he was in the whole process, and he's really been blessing me ever since. So I thank God for that, and I thank him for looking out for me. Whatever I need, he got it for me, and his protection on this week. So a couple of close calls while driving, and Reggie tells all the time, don't go the same way going home or going to work or wherever, and don't take off so quick at the stoplights and stop signs. And I clearly just see people just running stoplights, running stop signs like it's not even there. So, I thank God for guiding you, Rev, and I thank you, Rev. I thank God for the church. Pray for me as I pray for you.
Amen. Sister Carol.
In obedience to God, from my pastor to the officers and all of you here tonight, God is so good. For the past week, I have had like an ear infection. I couldn't touch this part of my face, and the ear, it was all plugged. And I just said, it was just so irritating and hurting. And so on Tuesday, I said, I'm going to ask Pastor to pray for me because this is going on too long. I text Rev and I said, Rev, please pray for my ear. Now, around 2 o'clock, he answered and said, okay, I will. At that moment, I looked at the phone. That moment, my ear popped. And I could hear. I said, I can hear. And all that soreness that was here is gone.
Amen.
I give God the praise. God hears and answers your prayer.
But I thank God for giving me the years. I just asked him for one season, but he's given me 3. And I thank him for that. Because the prophecy that was made years ago was that females in our family don't live long. But I said, God, it's your will. And at that time, I was acting really
Praise God.
He deals with the heart.
Yes.
And my heart loves him.
Amen.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
If I live to see August the 23rd this year, I'll be 70.
Amen. Amen.
For me, that's a blessing.
Yes.
And I thank him for his under shepherd. Because when we're given the word, it's up to us to believe it and to act on it. And to hear, you bring the word from the Lord telling us what to do in these times and seasons. And then we just go out and just do anything that we want to do. When trouble comes, we can call on God and he may not hear us. But I thank him because, like you said, it's better to go through our storms with Jesus than to go through without him.
Yes.
In our homeless camp where we go each Saturday, I was going by there and I saw a fire in one of the little tents that they have. And everything was burning in that tent. And I said, Lord, have mercy, because I know what's coming next. They had the city truck there to clean it up. But now that I'm sure that they're going to start thinking of where to put those people because they're going to move them out of there. And I can understand one point because it is a lot of debris that can catch fire. And they're right next to an oil changer's place. So all I could do was just ask God to just have mercy.
Yes, yes.
Because, but for his grace, that would have been me. My children and I, we were put out of open acre, and they were little. And they kept the tenants there that was on drugs and sold drugs because they paid their rent. And they also gave them kickbacks. But for those of us that were struggling and couldn't pay our rent, even we were just a month behind, and I got an eviction notice. And they told me to put me out. And I had all my children, and I pleaded with them. They said it ain't fair. So I just asked the Lord, I'm in your hands. Went out. Alicia and I went to this place, and we talked to this lady. Never saw her before, didn't know who she was. She gave us a place right then and there. And it was a very nice place. 3 bedrooms. I had enough room for myself and all my children. And I thank God for that because there's a lot of people that have fallen between the cracks. Working, but they can't afford a place. So I thank God for a roof over my head. And not only my head, but I thank God for all of God's children. I pray for the church of the Lord Jesus Christ every day. Every day. I ask him to bind us close together because we're in the last days. And I thank God for you, Pastor. We'll always thank God for you. Because I've learned a lot. I have patience now. I didn't have it before. My faith has grown. Now I depend on God for everything.
All right.
I don't think myself to be above anything or anybody. But I thank him for everything that he gives myself, my children, church family, all of us. I pray my strength. And the Lord, I'm certainly praying for each one of you.
Amen. Sister Dejanay.
In obedience to God, to you, Dr. Scott, to the deacons and everyone here, I just want to thank God for a blessed week. I thank him for health and strength, for grace and mercy. I thank him for traveling grace each and every day. I thank him for the job that he's given me. I thank him for keeping me on that job. I've been there 8 years, and I'm just grateful to God that he's holding me there. And on yesterday, 23 people in our company were laid off. And I'm just grateful to God that he kept me. Nothing is guaranteed, but I'm grateful that I know him and he keeps me. He takes care of me. I'm grateful to God for this church. I'm grateful to God for you, Rev, for always praying for us throughout the week. I'm grateful to God just to be saved. Pray for me as I'm praying for all of you.
It's a long time to come to temp job.
It was temp for 5 months. Yes, sir.
Is that the one I saw?
No Chevron, no, sir. But when I was laid off from Chevron, I was without a job, and I remember you having the church in groups praying with one another. And back there, I prayed to get a job. I prayed for a place to stay, because Deacon Fields and I, we lost our home. And you told me as we were praying, and I got up from praying, and you walked past, and you said, I'm not worried about nothing. Your job is coming. And then you got to your door, and you said your home is too. 2 weeks later, Rev, I got that job. And 2 weeks after that, a girlfriend of mine called me and said, I just found out my dad has 2 houses that he left after he passed. Which one do you want? So I'm grateful to God for you.
Glory to God. Glory to God. Amen. Amen. Sister Audrey.
Tonight, I'm really grateful to the Lord again to be here. It's a blessing. As has been said before, so many other things could be our testimonies, but I thank God for the good things He's doing. I thank God for one thing. I thank God for the vision is pastoral counseling and advice that you told us many years ago to get the flu shot. And at first, I wasn't getting it because I thought, you get sick, and I don't want to do it. So my own advice said, get the flu shot. But my pastor said, get flu shot. So I started getting them for the last few years when you started telling us that. And today I'm really grateful to the Lord for that advice and being obedient to it. As I go to work, my school is under an epidemic. The kids, the students, since we've been back, have been dropping like flies. Every week our attendance is so low because the students are sick in the hospital, eye infections and flu, and it's just turning to other things. And then it swept through the students, and now it's sweeping through the teachers. Our week, she went home. This one went home, came to work, and she went to sit home. The 2 teachers down the hall have been out last week, this week. The teachers are just, the after school program is missing teachers. I mean, it's just running through our whole school. We're wiping down everything and spraying and cleaning. But I thank God I'm not sick. I thank God. I asked him, I was like, did you take the flu shot? Oh, no, I don't take it. Oh, no. I said, I used to be like that, too. But thank God for my pastor who advised us to get it. So I know it's not the flu shot necessarily. It's the obedience that the Lord said, and it's the prayers that you pray for us to keep God keeping us and blessing us. So I thank God for my help today. I thank God that I'm still able to go to work and keep even other people's children because the teachers are not coming in. The principal was teaching today because we're down. We had someone who's not a teacher. It's bad. It's been a situation. But I thank God for your advice. I thank God for being into that. I thank God for keeping me in good health and strength and not having that situation be my testimony. I thank God for His goodness. I love all of you. I pray for all of you as you continue to pray for me.
Amen. Sister Janice. Come, let the Lord and let your glory join in a song of sweet accord. Join in a song of sweet accord. And thus around the throne, and thus around the throne, we're marching to Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching upward to Zion, that beautiful city of God. Amen.
In obedience to God, giving double honor to Pastor Scott and to all my sisters and brothers in Christ. I just want to thank God for being here tonight and have a church to go to where the doors are open on Friday nights. We could be anywhere, but we're here to thank God for all His mercy and His grace, loving kindness. And I thank Him for keeping me all week from hurt, harm, and danger. I thank Him for a house to go to where I can turn the heater on and off when I get warm. I have a bed to sleep in. I just thank God for food to eat, water to drink. We are blessed, and I just thank God for what He's doing for us. We could be out on the streets homeless, but God has blessed us, and I thank Him for that. And I just thank God for Pastor, for all that he prayed for us, and tell us to have a blessed week, and we do. We have a blessed week, and I just thank God for that. We sometimes want to complain, but God is good. He's always blessing us. So we have to learn to not complain so much, but be more thankful and just have mercy on us. Pray for me, but pray for you.
Amen. Sister Green.
In obedience to God, double honor to you, Dr. Scott, to the officers of the church, and to everyone present here on tonight. I thank God for this opportunity to be in His house of prayer one more time. I realize that it wasn't promised to me, but I thank God because He is good and He is faithful to me. I thank God for having a blessed week. I thank you, Dr. Scott, for praying for us to have a blessed week. God has blessed me and been with me. I thought about today that the Lord blessed me to start on my job in 1992. And I have been at the same job in the same school all of these years. I started out as one of the youngest teachers, and now I'm one of the elder teachers in time and experience. So I just thank God for keeping me and holding me. I also thank God for blessing me on today. Today the principal and the office members were off-site, and so I was given the charge to take care of the school. But what I know is God takes care of everything. Amen. And it wasn't so much me taking care of school, but God taking care of us. And so I thank God for holding and keeping everything because of God went smoothly today. Everything was blessed today. We had no fights. We had no fallouts. We had no emergencies. And I know it's not me because I'm just one person, but I know one God who is bigger and is able to handle and make everything all right. And so I thank God for this blessed day. I give Him praise, glory, and honor that's due His holy name. I also thank God for health and strength. God has certainly been good to me. He's kept my body. He's blessed my mind. And I thank Him for strength and health and all that He's doing for me. I thank God for all of you. I ask that you pray for me as I'm praying for you.
Amen. Sister Eva.
In obedience to God, giving double honor to you, Pastor Scott, to the officers of the church, and to all my brothers and sisters in Christ. I truly thank God for allowing us to be back in His house once more and again. I thank God for His loving kindness. I thank Him for hearing and answering prayers. God has been showing me this week, just reminding me of His blessings and how He hears and answers prayers. I was speaking with a coworker this morning, and she just started talking about her situation. She was saying that her aunt and her uncle were both diagnosed with prostate cancer, and her uncle passed away Monday, and her aunt is still not doing too well. And so she said, he didn't live very long after the diagnosis. And I said, wow. I said, my father also passed away, 2 years ago. And she said, well, how long did he live? And I mentioned it. And she said, well, wow, he lived a long time. And I thought about that. I said, God, wow, that's right. You, through the pastor, you said to me, I'll extend his life. So I just truly thank God for just how He extended his life. And just not only that, but just...
Why did I say He extended his life?
Because of my obedience and going on the trip. I forget which trip it was, but going on the trip, yes. And I thank God for just, St. Louis. And so I just thank God for how He reminds us, He won't let us forget of what He's done. I just thank God for just His loving kindness. I thank Him for just who He is in all of our lives. Continue to pray for me, and I pray for you.
Amen.
Sister Loretta.
In obedience to God, to you, Pastor Scott, to the officers, and to all who are here, I'm just really thankful to God for another blessed week and Him waking me up in my right mind every single day of new mercy that was not promised to me. I thank God for your prayer, Brother Scott, on this church. I thank God for the prayer list, and I thank God for my job and the people that God has allowed me to come in contact with over the past 6 years. I just found out that 2 of my cousins passed away last week. God bless them coming to the new year. And 2 of them, they had 2 totally different, opposite lives, I should say. One of them, she was a witnessing Christian, and every time I would see her, she had something to say about God. Every single time. Hey, baby girl, my Christian girl. Every time. And then the other person, he was Steve, but he never talked about God. He couldn't stand and hear me speak God's name. And when he passed away, all his things, people stole it, his motorcycle,
mail got stolen. I didn't even know he passed away. So I'm dropping mail in the box. And I finally saw his sister on Tuesday, and she's telling me all this and all this. I said, wow, all I can do is to have mercy.
Yeah.
Then when I saw the other person, her son, he said, I have been waiting on you because I want to take my mom past, yada, yada. And we just started talking about God left and right. And he said, oh, she got the Christmas gift for you. So he went in the house and got it for me, and all on it, it said, God bless my melody. God bless my melody. I said, look at these two total opposite lives. What I want is hers. That's what I want, is hers. I don't want that opposite life because the aftermath. Look at where all his stuff, he was going to Reno and Vegas and gambling, all his stuff gone. And look at her blessing. He was talking about this and that, and she paid off all her bills, left them money, all this. Oh God, you will keep your people. And I thank God for just the witness that he allowed me to see in her life. He said, that's how I want to look. When I talk to people, I want to look like that. And I want to remember as God's child, not the others, not that. I want that memory to be, I was God's child. So I thank God for just the memory of her. And just how he allowed me to meet her in passing. He always got somebody in my pathway. That's why y'all want me here for some reason. And Reverend Scott, I'll never forget what you told me, just to stay there. And thank God for every step. Like 6 years ago, when I wanted to quit, I would call Reverend Scott and say, I'm about to quit. And he said, no, do this and that. And 6 years later, God has blessed me. And just to look back and see where he has brought me from and the witnesses that I have done over these 6 years with these people, I just said, God, you're merciful, and I just thank him tonight. I thank God for Reverend Scott, for your encouragement and for your advice. Continue to pray for me as I'm praying for you. Amen.
Sister Bobby.
Obedience to God, giving double honor to you, Dr. Scott, and to the officers of the church, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I want to thank God for a blessed week. I thank God for keeping me in good health and strength. And I thank God for how we get biblical counseling here. And I thank God for you teaching us how to interact with people when we have biblical counseling. I was talking to one of my coworkers this week, and we were just talking about like our life, and she was telling me about some things that she has been through. And what just kept coming to me was just let her talk and just listen. And I thank God for doing that, because sometimes like I like to interact with people and talk back, but I could just tell that she needed to get some stuff off her chest. And I just let her talk, and then afterwards, we had our conversation or whatnot, but it just made me thank God for the church, because sometimes we don't know what people be holding on to or dealing with or having in mind, and they just need to release it to somebody. And so I just thank God for how he teaches us how to interact with people, because at first I didn't know how to let people talk. I just thought maybe I should talk back, but it's just good to stop and listen. And then I thank God for the sermons that you preach. I was also talking to another one of my coworkers, and she said, I know you record the services at your church, so what was the sermon for Sunday? And we just went over the services again, and she was like, wow. She said, what church do you go to? And she was just asking me, and she said, that's the type of sermons that I need to listen to. Thank you for recording it, and thank you for, letting your light shine, and for being a witness, because she was dealing with some situations, and I was telling her what you preached about. You preached about love on Sunday, and so we were unusual love, and so we were talking about that sermon. And so I just thank God for his word and how it changes us, and whenever we need encouragement, we can get it through his word.
Amen. Savion. Sister Melina.
In obedience to God, double honor to you, Dr. Scott, to the deacons and everyone here. I just want to thank God for a blessed week. I thank God for the prayers that our pastor prayed for us during the week. And I thank God for Mother Smith. I really admire her and her strength, her age as well, and the things that she go through. But you still see her in church during the week, noonday
Sister Elaine?
In obedience to God, to Pastor Scott, to the officers, double honor to the pastor, to the officers, and to everyone here. I thank God for a blessed week as well. I thank God for his protection. I thank God for his strength. I thank God for hearing and answering prayers. I came to the pastor and I asked you, Rev, to pray for me in regards to getting a job. And as long as with my mother, I thank God for answering prayers. I've been meeting with a lady for a job as a substitute teacher for about a week and a half. And I met with her last week, and she gave me all the information that I needed. And all I had to do mostly was get a health report filled out by my doctor. But for some reason, my doctor would not be in the office. And they told me that the next time I would meet with her was February 7th. I said, I need a job right now. I need to meet with her soon. And so one of the receptionists said that if you come on the day that she does have appointments, let's see if somebody cancels their appointment so you can meet with her. And lo and behold, I called that same day. Nobody canceled. She wasn't available. And then we left noonday prayer that same day. After we left noonday prayer, we went down there. And they said, we have a cancellation. Come back or after almost 4 o'clock and we'll see if you can fit in. I got there. She was there. It was open. I was able to meet with her. I got my paper filled out. I was able to send it in. I called her today. And she said, okay, let's meet Monday, and then you can start working Tuesday. So I thank God for hearing and answering prayers. I thank God for all of his blessings, for his help, for touching hearts. He truly does know how to make a way, and I thank God. I thank God too.
Do we have anyone else like this? In obedience to God, we're going to our pastor, Dr. Scott, to the office of the president. I'm so grateful to God, first of all, to be saved. I cherish that. I get up in the morning and as I'm praying and I meditate and I'm thanking God and I'm singing and whatever. The relationship that the Lord has and I have with the Lord, it just, to me, it's just wonderful. It makes my day go so much smoother. And it gives me an opportunity just to share good news with whoever I meet. And I figure if I meet somebody, it's the Lord putting us together. And my job is to let them know how good God is. And I'm just grateful to God for that. I thank God that as my wife and I was here today, and it was just a blessing to be here in a peaceful atmosphere. God bless you, Pastor Scott. This is a peaceful place.
Yes,
and you pray for us. And you pray for healing in this place. And the love and the joy and the happiness in it. And God has certainly answered. And I just thank God for what he's doing. I just praise him for how good he is.
Yeah.
I never thought when I first accepted Christ it would be this good. But now I get to test on this side that God is a good God.
Amen.
It doesn't matter what you're going through, God is just good.
Amen.
My brother, I was talking to him about how I'm cooking now. And he said, boy, you ought to bless your mom. She started you when you were just a kid cooking. You never knew you were going to have to use it. So when you get to heaven, you think. So I just thank God for what God is doing. God is just good. No situation I find myself in that God is not there with me. And as my mom used to tell me, she said, boy, the Bible never just said you wouldn't have trouble. But he did promise that he would be with you. And I'm just grateful to God that I rely on the relationship that I have with Christ. And God has put me in the midst of, I like good people. People that I can enjoy being with. I can talk with them. I can smile with them. We can laugh together. It's a joy to be a child of God. And I thank God for this church. Thank God for you, Pastor Scott. And I just pray, God, that he will continue to bless you. And whatever your endeavors might be, that the hand of the Lord will be upon you. I ask your prayer for me and my family, and I pray for you. And I turn you in the hands of our pastor.
Amen.
Lord, do Lord,
officers of this church, to the membership. I heard others before me years ago say, I wouldn't take nothing from my journey.
Yes, Lord.
I want to thank God for prepping me, showing me today, showing me this morning as I slept what I was going to face today. He prepared me. I just thank him.
Amen.
You have to thank God. He shows you things.
Yes.
Whether you want to believe it or not.
Yes.
And as for this thing here, it's not for the bad, but those who are involved. But it's for the good. If you listen.
Yes.
See, it's just right here. Yeah, that's better. See, some men can say things and nothing happens.
Right.
But the Lord has blessed me when I speak.
Yes.
All right.
Amen. Amen.
Listen.
Amen.
I saw my father's death. The Lord showed me my father's death. And I called my mother in St. Louis. And I said, Mother, I saw Daddy suffering with his stomach. And you all were catching, they call it the Texas Special, the train. I said, is he suffering with his stomach? He said, yes, he is. He had emphysema. And I said, I saw him in a brown suit. He said, he got a brown suit on. And I said, I saw you all trying to catch the Texas Special. The train was pulling out. I took you to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Down at the train station. It's in the museum now.
Right.
And we used to catch the train going to Texas. And the train was pulling out. And they was running, trying to catch the train. But the train stopped and let them on. All right. And they went on. And that let me know it was all right then.
Yeah.
So we caught the train. So many things. I saw the Lord showed me my late pastor. I talked with Sister Joyce about a year before. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I saw some things that I'm not, and I told her, but I didn't want to believe it.
Yes.
It just happened just as
Yes, sir.
good as I'm standing here.
Yes, sir.
Some people, see, I can care less what people think.
All right. Amen. Amen.
All that I have told you something, don't lie. And it have come true. Stand on your feet.
Amen.
How many remember the 2 weeks I said?
Amen.
Amen. You better be careful.
Amen.
Was I right?
Amen.
One thing our sister Lisa and Raquel, they were cooking. And that, what was that?
Pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker, what happened?
It blew up in our face.
Blew up in your face. so many different things. Man rolled up on his hood. He was driving. One thing, Sister Bantry told her car.
Right.
So many things.
Amen.
You may be seated. It's just sometimes the Lord showed me not to. Sometimes I have something to buy, comes and shows me weight.
Right.
I don't buy it.
Amen.
I want to thank this church for praying along with me to see what's going on is unraveling.
Amen.
It's unraveling.
Amen.
And it's not over with yet.
All right.
And you keep praying.
Amen. Amen.
There'll be more than a conqueror.
Yes.
See, people don't see.
Right.
They can't see. I was looking up way up the road.
Right.
I'm still blind.
Right.
So I'm working on a message now. I want to thank Sister Carolyn, Sister Alicia, Sister Elaine for doing some research for me on last night.
Amen.
I'm working on the city of God.
Yes.
Some people don't realize, as a Christian, how blessed you are.
That's right. That's right.
You can't, I can't see everybody there behind you there. I like to see faces when I'm talking.
Amen.
Move over, Sister Martin. Just one move over. I always like to look at people when I'm talking.
Amen.
Oh, thank you. Okay. You see, your expressions says a lot.
Amen. That's true. Amen.
Sometimes I can feel, you can say one thing, but I can feel your feelings. I can feel
Amen.
just that way.
Amen.
Right? I used to stand young people up in my classes. I taught school for 38 years. And I began to tell them about themselves. And some would be questioning others. Did you tell me about my mama? Who was that young lady, Sister Loretta? Well, don't call her name, but who, the young lady that came visit with you?
Amen.
And I told her, and you thought she had told you? Is that right?
Yes.
What happened?
I'm trying to, well, she ended up getting mad at me because she thought that I was talking to you about her, but I have never, not one time, mentioned Reverend Scott to her or mentioned her to Reverend Scott. He just called her up in front of after we were on a break or something, after Youth Day or something like that, and said something to her, which was like,
telling about it a lot.
she never told me what you said. She never told me what you said. But when we went outside, she said, I'm not coming back here. And she said, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to church, But she said, why are you telling our business? She was mad at me. But I never told you nothing.
Sakina and Candace was talking on the phone about how to pay the bill, their cell bill. As I'm driving down Highway 5, what is it, 580? Is that it? Is that highway y'all drive out there? It's 580. I called them and I said, don't worry about it, I'm gonna pay it. And they said, we were just talking about how to pay the bill. I told you when Candace was in Eugene, Oregon, the Lord was showing me almost every move she was making.
Yes. Amen.
Did I tell you?
Amen.
That's why I went up there and got her.
Amen. Amen.
More than one reason. So many things.
Amen. Amen.
I'm not trying to put flowers on my back. I'm not doing that. I just see and the Lord shows me.
Amen. Amen.
I told you about the films I saw over at our other church.
Amen. Amen.
Well, to God be the glory.
Amen.
Oh, Sister Scott's birthday today.
Amen. Amen.
Amazing how you can get young and younger, huh? All those birthdays in January, stand on your feet. Yes. How they all sit together? They can everything. You look around. Your birthday's in January? Your birthday's in January?
Yes.
What's your birthday?
January 6th.
Huh?
The 6th.
The 6th. When's your birthday? The 3rd. 23rd. Oh, this is yesterday. Happy birthday. Amen. Amen. It's truly wonderful. God bless you all to sit. You may sit down. How many birthdays in February? How many birthdays in March? Hey, hey, sister girl. What's such a mother girl? How many birthdays in April? Oh, look at that. Oh! Look at the tree. May? Man. Oh. Yes, May. 3 in May. And then June. June. You the only one? You in June too?
Yes, sir.
What date in June?
18th.
What?
June 18th.
June 18th. What, yours, Sister June?
June 12th.
June 12th. I'm not going to ask y'all, baby. What about July? July. You in July too? When's your birthday? July 12th. What's your birthday? Oh, right. What's your birthday? The 1st of July. Okay.
Mine is July 16th.
July 16th. I'm glad they got that juke in there. All right, everyone. July. July. That's wonderful.
Rev, his is the 8th.
Who? 8th of July. Okay. All right, what about August? Well, when is your birthday, Mother Thomas? August the 1st?
Yeah.
We got 2 people who were born, 2, Veronica and Mother Thomas. Shares is July 1st, and yours is August 1st. Right, Mother Smith, when is your birthday?
August 8th.
August the 8th. And Loretta?
August 13th.
August 13th. Sister,
August 23rd.
August 23rd. Deacon Smith? 28th of August. All right. Sister Adrian?
The 15th of August.
15th of August. Hey, got a lot of August in here. What time was September.
Girl, bye. She's Queen of Egypt.
Yes.
But is the second time you said it?
No.
Oh, Queen of Egypt. What the hell?
27th.
27th. That's my sister's birthday. September, right?
Yes.
Amen. Hers is September 27th. And Sister Alicia? The 10th. All right. All right, what about October? What birthday is for? No sign of that. L-I-B-R-A. Y'all put your sign. Anybody clear that one? Get too close to reefer.
What you want? October 4th.
October 4th. All right. What about November? Nobody in November? All right. What about December? December. Oh, let's see, December, August, but hitting me close. When is your birthday, son?
December 22nd.
December 20. What about yours?
16th.
16th of December. Twins? Huh?
The 30th.
30th December. So August, let's see, 2, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5 for December. August 10th, how many? 6?
That's 6 for December.
6 where?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 5. Sorry. Stay in school. Stay in school.
Okay, this is how many?
Right.
Okay. August, stand up. How many? No, let me see. Sit down. December. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, are you standing? You're when were you born, baby? When was she born?
August 19th.
August? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. August got it. Oh. This I preached about prayer. Don't forget. We used to sing, don't forget the prayer.
Yeah.
unlocks the door.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your best friend is the one that don't go along with you.
Right.
We fight sometimes against one. If you only knew how much God loved you.
All right.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes, Lord.
Amen.
If you only knew how much some have been misled and beat up and mistreated until they don't really know when God is really loving them.
Right. Amen.
That's one song I think Dionne Warwick's song sang. What was that? What the world needs now?
Love, sweet love.
So y'all knew that. See, that's something we need. It's amazing how many women fall for. Also, I was looking at that Tyler Perry movie. Thank you, Sister Carol, for that Tyler. What was the name of that?
A fall of grace.
A
Fall from grace.
Fall from Grace. That was a suspense.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And it was good.
Amen.
You got to watch when you tell your business.
Amen.
I keep on telling you. You always got to have some spiritual backup.
Yes.
And that's prayer and faith.
Amen.
Amen. That was very dirty of that woman.
Yes.
To take advantage of her emotions.
Amen.
Through her son. Oh, I'll tell the story. You should have. But it was dirty.
Yes.
How many seen it? But it tells a story.
Yes.
Some people don't really know how much God loved them. That's why Jesus, when I can see Jesus walking away out somewhere and just crying over Jerusalem. I look at somehow, some don't want to be loved the way they should be. They want to be loved anyway. And they always hurt. They're constantly being hurt. Because they way of trying to get loved. Frigid love, F-R-I-G-I-G, F-R-I-G-I-D, will always be frigid. There's a difference between love and lust.
Amen.
You got to know the difference.
Amen.
You can't love somebody one day and talk about, I'm not in love with you tomorrow. Your motives was wrong in the beginning. Those that left, I still love them. stop loving us.
That's right.
That's up.
That's right.
The church, it says, be ye also, love ye one another as I have also loved you.
That's right.
Don't you like when we was so small, we used to shoot marbles. And we'd draw a ring and put so many marbles in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And those that wouldn't let you, and they see you losing the game, so they take these marbles and run home. Or some take over the basketball, they didn't choose them, they take the ball. I'm gonna love you the way I want to love you. That don't work. All that have love, that's water. Water hydrant love, set on your feet. You know, turn it on and turn it on.
Oh.
Don't love me now. Don't love me now. I mean, don't love me now. I'm saying this for a reason. You got to, when I was at St. John, I loved, period.
Amen.
Regardless. And I still do. I don't do what people say.
Right.
You know what, Sister Joyce? Pastor Anderson told me to cut off my ear. I wouldn't do it. So some time passed. He called me over. I was sitting right next to Reverend Arnold. He said, you don't cut it off, you can't sit up here. He kept doing it. I went back and I said, I had the reasons when I said it. I said, if I don't obey and love this man and be obedient, then I won't be able to go to heaven. Right. So I had to make a choice. Right. I cut it off. I obeyed. And that's the blessing. God don't care about what you think. It's about your obedience. He got you here for your good. He got a lot on his mind. Subconscious. I'm glad you were around me.
Amen.
Not me, we want to break that.
Amen.
And you women stop on him so much.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Receive the tithes and offering. Pray over the tithes and offering. We dismiss.